What's up? The Storm right here, bringing y'all some Chicago Bulls news. It is June 30th, 2025, and free agency in the NBA has really begun to become a news flash for Bulls fans because, it's another free agency and nothing big is happening for the Bulls. They've been trading away pieces without getting first round draft picks. The latest move was bringing back Trey Jones in free agency. So he's on a 3-year, $24 million contract, which is good. This is not a bad move. Right. So when we go to Trey Jones, just look at his stats for the season. You'll see it's 11, 12, we add rounded up. That's 12 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds. So that's solid off the bench. Very solid off the bench. He only played 18 games, but that's still a little solid little stat line. He's 6'1". But the Bulls are stacked at the guard position. There's a lot of rumors that Coby White will be getting traded. Now, I'm okay with them trading Coby White, but if they're talking about trading him just for Kuminga straight up, that's not a good trade. I'll say again, I'm okay with them trading Coby White as long as they get a fair package back. Right? Like what they did for DeRozan, Zach, and Caruso, they should have definitely got more back because he was one of the main pieces in the Thunder winning the chip. And then Lonzo Ball, to get rid of all of them and not have a first round draft pick is ridiculous. The Bulls has the worst management ever. Like, even back with Jordan, like the ownership has been so terrible. Like, you fired Phil Jackson and then Jordan and them, you break the team up. It ain't no telling how many rings Jordan could have won if they didn't fire Phil Jackson and then break the team up. Like, that started the breakup. Like, that was just so idiotic. And then they was so bad all the way up to the D Rose era. Then that lasted only for not too long. That didn't last too long. And then after that, you have a little bit of the Butler, but that wasn't too good because they didn't even get out the first round. The Bulls ain't been, they just suck. And to be in Chicago, the third largest city in the United States, in North America, like, that's just sad. Like, to be having such a large market team and not be relevant for as long as the Bulls been. Coby White posted this on his Instagram, so it's signs that he's going to get traded. And like I said, okay, you can trade him if you get some fair value back, but knowing what the Bulls been doing lately, like, it's no telling that they will be getting a good trade back. It's just no telling. Coby White is a very good scorer. He's been around. He was a big part of their growth when the Bulls needed a secondary scorer with Zach LaVine. Coby White was the one that stepped up. The Bulls just can't get it together. They trade away so many stars. Like, Coby White is going to be an all-star as soon as they trade him. Just like Lauri Markkanen was an all-star for the Jazz, and then Wendell Carter been balling for the Magic, and then Daniel Gafford, balling for the Mavericks, and then Caruso balling for the Thunder, and you even got Luke Kornet getting paid. When like, you can't make this up. It's like the Bulls, people play on the Bulls, and then they leave the Bulls, and they become all-stars. They become better players. Not all of them, but most of them. Look at the ones I just named. Even What's the guy name that's on the Pacers? The big man on the Pacers. Hey, he used to play for the Bulls. The one they was subbed in after Thomas Bryant and Miles Turner. That the other one. I forget his name. Even he used to play for the Bulls. Robin Lopez left and he went and got a ring with the Bucks. Like, man, Butler, they let him go for Chris Dunn, Zach, and Lowry, and they don't even got neither of them no more. Let's go back to that trade, right? In 2017, you trade Jimmy Butler to the Timberwolves for Chris Dunn, Laurie Markkinen, and Zach LaVine, and none of them is on this team right now. And Butler is a future Hall of Famer. He done brought the Heat to 2 final appearances. Zach, Lowry, and Chris Dunn didn't even make the playoffs together. Zach, his best team, couldn't even get out the first round. Mediocrity, and it has to be a change with the ownership. Like, the NBA really need to step in and force them to sell the team. Like, if that's a thing, they need to be forced to sell the team, because Jerry not only owns the Bulls, he owns the White Sox. And ironically, both teams have been very mediocre for 2 decades. For 2 decades. Right? 2008 will make a decade for the Bulls. And then 2018 will make 2 decades. We moving to 3 decades for the Bulls. I think 2005 the Sox won, so 2015 a decade. It been 2 decades and 3 decades for the Bulls almost, and 2 decades for the White Sox. Like, this is got to be the worst ownership in sports history. To have such a big market team, such a history of a franchise with the players that it had, and to not be able to be relevant in a social media era like how we are in this day and age, and not be relevant to any star player, is very disappointing. I'm very disappointed with the Chicago Bulls, the franchise, the management. Very disappointed with ownership. They really need to force them, the Reinsdorf, to lead the Bulls along. Very disappointed with Arturas. People gas that man has the head up because he drafted Jokic. That's the only good thing he ever did, is probably going to do. Mark Eversley and the other guy was token picks because the media was chewing the Bulls up for not hiring nobody black. And then they were like, all right, well, we're going to get somebody black. And then they just got them, and they not even good GMs. Arturas is white, and he's not a good vice president. And those two are black, and they not good GMs. So at this point, they just have no idea on how to hire people, because after the whole Garpax thing, Bulls fans were like, all right, it can't get no worse. It got worse. It got worse. And you know what's funny? Like, you even got some of the staff members. Jim Boylan, I forget what team he's on, but he was on a team that he's still been on, right? What's it called? I think it's the Pelicans, over there. The Pelicans now, Foreman or something like that. The Bulls, it's all about this ownership. It trickled up and then down. The Reinsdorf is one of the worst owners in NBA, and not even just NBA, sports history. When he passes away and goes into the grave in the ground, there's going to be a very good long documentary probably about the worst owners ever, and you're going to see his name, because he not only is he the worst owner for the NBA, he's one of the worst owners for baseball. And for you to own 2 teams and just be absolutely trash and don't care about winning at all in such a large market, and only care about the money that he's not going to be able to take with him when he's died, he's wasting everybody's time, everybody that's a fan. He's wasting our energy, and he's wasting our potential good moments and happiness Chicago fans can have, sports fans can have, because he's just greedy and care about his money.